Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Okay, so we have finally just finished SpongeBob SquarePants Employee of the Month, and granted, I am so happy with the ending. It felt so good to finally, after all the trouble, one, get to Neptune's Paradise, but then see SpongeBob basically being appreciated and loved for everything he had done that day, in like basically having all the stuff that he went through finally be rewarded. So as promised, I did say that I was going to show off a bonus video if the bonus movies that we had found throughout the game were not copyrighted. As far as I can tell, they're not. What I did see, and I only watched Chapter 1 bonus movie, I watched it a little bit just to get an idea. It's actually some cool concept stuff. Obviously, if you guys are not as interested, that's fine. I'm very much a completionist, so I want to make sure that you guys are seeing everything that I'm seeing and you're not missing out on stuff. I have no idea how long these are. I didn't really find out. I think they're probably only like a few minutes. But obviously this first one is like the making of SpongeBob. And it's just them going through like how they did it. How did they go from like, you know, the actual concept art to the actual programming of it. I love this guy just like licking windows. Okay. So there's the original logo. Wow. Okay, that is creepy. But it is kind of interesting to see like 3D animation. I've never really been into 3D animation. Like, not because like I was like, oh, psh, it bores me. It's just more like the fact that I don't have the patience necessarily to sit there and like do like kind of like stop motion basically. And I guess for me, like, I've never really had those characters that, or I've never really had God, I'm just getting so distracted. Okay, so that wasn't very long. But I've just never had that patience to, like, sit there and, like, you know, move a piece upwards, like, maybe, like, a couple inches. And I've never really had the money for the software to be able to do it. I know a lot of people for 3D modeling use Blender. My brother's actually gotten into it, and I think he's found some tutorials that have made it more easy. Nice. So, I think it's awesome. Oh man, I also like how they showed, like, how things are different. I don't know why I'm pointing at my camera, like, you guys can see where I'm pointing, but, like, the tires. Like, switching out the tires or anything like that. It's even funnier, like, Plankton's model had, like, kind of, like, two eye socket areas. I'm like, Plankton only has one eye socket, though. But yeah, no, this is still really cool to, like, see, like, how they modeled this. But this is why, for me, like, I went into programming, because I'm like, granted, I love the idea of 3D modeling, and when I started out after high school, I had wanted to do game design as a career, but then I was like, oh, well, like, my family was like, well, that's great and everything, but that's kind of a very singled out career path. So you might want to do something a little bit more broad, and that's why I was like, oh, well, computer science kind of encompasses that, as well as, you know, a lot of other things. So it's kind of great, because I've kind of shaped my life now to where I can do both the things I love. I can do programming. Still love this part where Patrick's pulling on the push door. But basically, it's like one of those things that I love for the simple fact of, you know, I can do my programming stuff, so I can make some really cool projects. But then, like, at the same time, it also allows me those skills to do game designing. So I really look forward to that. It also kind of helps me understand how games are made a little bit better, so like if there's a problem with a game, I then know like either how to fix it or what to look for. I don't really know how to reverse engineer games, but that is something, again, I'm kind of interested in. But this is still really cool just to see like all this artwork and stuff like that, and all like the concept art. These skeleton models still kind of creep me out, though. And I'm just like, these poor guys that had to look at the skeleton art all the time. Huh. Okay, so that was all of it. That was pretty cool, actually. I do kind of like when they show off, like, old concept art, or they, like, kind of give an exclusive peek to, like, what didn't make it into the game, or what was cancelled out of the game. And I guess for me, like, that's the part I love the most about certain games, because it gives certain content creators, like the people who are making the remake of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, I think it is. Like, obviously, they're adding in a lot of content that was actually deleted, or not necessarily deleted, but was taken out of the original game. They did the same thing with Crash Bandicoot, and I love that. I'm not necessarily a Crash Bandicoot fan, necessarily. Like, I never really played the games as a kid. I don't know, I guess for me, like, it just wasn't as interesting to me. I like Spiral a lot more. So, obviously, this is just kind of a sneak peek about what happened in the past, how they kind of got to this, and I'm kind of hoping that this kind of look to the past will inspire things for the future. Because, granted, I am all for playing SpongeBob games. I love, basically, the SpongeBob franchise. I think it also was because my dad, like, loves the whole series. Like, I mean, even now, he watches the show for fun. On his own time. So, that's all I got to show. This is gonna be kind of a short bonus episode, I guess, but I hope you guys find it interesting. I hope that, you found it interesting too to listen to me talk about my career choices, I guess. And you know what? I hope to see you in the next video. I believe the next SpongeBob game, as I said in the previous video, is going to be SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. So, I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.